people do not understand one of the weaknesses of a low block system in terms of if you are too low in a low block system, it just depends on how wise the opposition is to take advantage of you being in low block and hit the ball from outside of the box. And I felt Morecambe were too low. They were too low. And most times when they even defend, they could not easily come out of the box to defend an outside shot. And I think you just see that Chelsea were very wise in that and they capitalized on that. So I think Chelsea gave Morecambe a footballing lesson. What's up, my people? Welcome to Vertical Football. Welcome to another episode of 5 Things We Learned. Chelsea 5, Morecambe 0. I think it wasn't a surprising result, but a lot of interesting talking points. So guys, let's jump right into it as usual. The 5 things we learned: Chelsea versus Morecambe, FA Cup round 3. The first thing I want to say is an interesting game. I think first of all, I have to praise Morecambe partly, and then I also have to talk about the deficiencies in their game. But I think they were, first of all, they were realistic. Morecambe were realistic in the sense of they knew you're coming to Stamford Bridge, you are playing, even though it's not Chelsea's first 11, but you're coming to play a very, very good and top side. This is a side that has played against teams of this level throughout the season and have done fantastically well against Noah. They've done well against other teams. So I think they were realistic in the sense of they sat back, they defended a 5-4-1 defensive shape. They were decent. That defensive shape was strong, and I think it caused Chelsea a lot of problem, particularly in the first half, because Chelsea did not get into the rhythm of the game. There were a lot of misplaced passes. They couldn't just string the ball together to create something. But I think the other part of the defensive shape is the fact that I think I've said it year before on this podcast that people do not understand one of the weaknesses of a low block system in terms of if you are too low in a low block system, it just depends on how wise the opposition is to take advantage of you being in low block and hit the ball from outside of the box. And I felt Morecambe were too low. They were too low. And most times when they even defend, they could not easily come out of the box to defend an outside shot. And I think you just see that Chelsea were very wise in that and they capitalized on that. So I think Chelsea gave Morecambe a footballing lesson in the sense of it's one thing to decide to play low block, but there's a way you play the low block. Your low block shouldn't be too low. Your low block shouldn't be in a way that you cannot quickly recover to defend the front of your box 18 for outside shots. And I think that was amazing. I think the second thing I want to say is kudos to Tosin Adarabioyo. I felt he was wise. Either it's his own decision or the coach's decision. He was wise to understand the game, and you could see that he scored 2 goals from that situation. The first goal you could say was a deflection, but was also a very good initiative to shoot. That's one of the benefits when you have opposition too much in front of the box. That's one of the benefits. Don't shoot it. Sometimes it enters directly, like the second goal for him, and sometimes it's a deflection. But whichever way you get your goal, so I think it was a very smart one from Tosin. Good goal from Tosin from the second one. I think was amazing. I felt, it was really smart to take that initiative. Either the coach or him, whoever spotted or whoever understood that was a weakness of the low block system, kudos to them. Another thing I want to say is we have to. I was waiting despite his penalty loss. I felt Kopama is having that amazing season that we all know. Premier League, is doing amazingly well. But also Chelsea has another person that is doing, you might want to argue doing well or not doing well, but is delivering the goods in the other side of things, playing against lesser teams, and that's Christopher Nkunku. I came across a stats during the game that Nkunku has the same number of goals, I think this season 13 goals, that Kopama has, and I think it's amazing. Could have been 14 if he converted the penalty, which I felt was not a good penalty. He didn't play the penalty well. Yes, a good penalty in the sense of there's force, but not a good penalty in terms of direction. He didn't play it to the edges. So I think really, but I have to say good performance from from him throughout the season. I didn't really think he played particularly well this game, but 13 goals is not a joke, and I think it doesn't matter your position. So far, you can score. I think you have to get credit for that. And also, let me give credit and shout out to an amazing player, I must say, Joao Felix. Yes, a lot of too much shot outside of the box, too much shot. But I think he got 2 goals, and I think he deserved it. I think there were 2 players in that game that I'm happy they scored 2 goals, because I believe, when I was watching it, even before the first goal, I was like, if there should be goals for Chelsea into this game, Joao Felix and Tosin should score the goals. Tosin had, I think, 1 or 2 balls to the bar, and Joao Felix was just trying, from outside of the box, making some nice moves in front of the box 18. And I felt, I'm really happy 2 of them got a goal today. I'm happy they got their goals today. Joao Felix and Tosin Adarabioyo. So guys, these are my opinions on the game. I want to also say finally, it's good to score goals. It doesn't matter the opposition. The game of football is about goals, and when you score, it helps you confident. The mood in the dressing room is better. Chelsea has not been on a good run, even though I know it's not exactly the same players that play this game, but at least for once in Stamford Bridge, in a little while, there's that enjoyment, there's that happiness, and I feel confidence is given to some of these boys today, and they'll be looking forward to the next games to show that. So guys, thank you very much for sticking with me. This is 5 things we learned: Chelsea 5, Morecambe 0, FA Cup round 3. As usual, guys, if you like this video, please just click on the like button, subscribe to this channel for more and more content. I said earlier, we are bringing a lot more insightful content for you this transfer window, and don't forget to please share this content. Thank you very much. To see you next time. Bye.